Hello students, welcome to our Vision SSC Bank exams. I'm Sneha ma'am. Today I'm back with the 10th part of our practice sessions. We've been doing this for the last 10 days now. Right from last week we have started this after completing all the topics and videos and on the usual grammar. We have started practicing each question of your exam where I take up 15 questions each and I've solved them and I'm discussing along with your options that which one will be the correct one and everything, because learning and practicing them are two different things. Because when you practice you get all the topics together and you tend to forget the things you read, but when you're reading it's comparatively easier because there are chapter wise exercises. So let's start off without wasting much time on our 10th part of practice sessions. Before that, I would like to tell you that if you haven't yet watched the previous practice sessions or the previous topic videos, study videos, please go scroll back the channel, scroll down and find the videos which you need, you think you need, and also try to watch all of them once, because we have been giving quite a lot of detailed explanation and examples along with our studies. So yeah, let's start off. Our number one question today is a synonym, right? Synonyms are similar meaning words which you have to learn and increase your stock of words. When you study for vocabs, you remember five synonym antonyms along with that and try to know their meanings. So our first word is abort. So abort means to drop or end something, right? Like cancel. Like we say this mission was aborted. So this mission was not continued and pursued. Something which you don't pursue is that which you abort, right? To drop the thing, to quit, basically, to quit from that, to abort plans, to abort missions. So let us go through our our options which we have. Number one is continue. Continue is the opposite of abort, so no, we can't have it. Hate is something not related to abort. Hate is hating someone, not liking. Begin is also the opposite of that. But end is our answer, because end means to abort. When you cancel, when you end something, right? Yes, so this is our answer. Number two is we have an underlined segment which needs improvement. So a sentence correction question. The sentence goes as, I was sitting at home doing nothing when I had heard that song again. Okay. Now this is a tense question. As I have said, tenses are extremely important, which you cannot drop for your SSC practice, right? You have to learn tenses by heart and know their concepts. Where do we use which tense? So if you haven't watched tense videos, we have 3 tense videos, okay? One on present, past and future each. So this question, as you can see, is of a past tense, and I would like to repeat one thing, that when there are two actions, right? When there are two actions in the sentence, the second action, this is the second option, right? The hearing this song, and this was the first one, sitting at home. So the second one has interrupted the first one. Second has interrupted the first one, and that is why the second tense will always be a simple past tense. Simple past. But the one which was getting interrupted, like for example here, the sitting at home, will be in the past continuous tense. Past continuous, because that was going on. I was sitting at home. So this action was interrupted by the second action, which is hearing the song. But what kind of tense should we use there? We cannot use perfect tense. We don't need a perfect tense there. All we need is a simple past tense over there. I was sitting at home doing nothing when I heard that song again, right? Plain and simple. So, our first option, heard, is our correct answer because hears, has heard, all are wrong. They don't go. The action which interrupts the going on action, the continuous action, always has the past, simple past tense. Okay. Number three is an indirect sentence. You have to select the correct indirect form of a direct narration sentence, which is, what are you doing? What are you going to call the puppy, Jane? The boy asked. Okay. Now the boy has asked, what are you going to call the puppy, Jane? So he's asking Jane. Okay. So what are our options? Let us see. The boy wondered what Jane were going to call the puppy. No. Wondered won't be used over here, and were going also is wrong. So no, we cannot take this as an answer. Number two is, the boy told Jane what was she going to call her puppy. No. Told, we can use told only for statements. This is a question. So we need to have asked. And we have that in our third option, which says, the boy asked Jane what was she going to call the puppy. So all are correct. The tense is also correct and asked is also there. So we will take this for our answer. Option 3 is our answer. Right. Number 4 is, select the word which means the same as group of words given, having something more than required. So this is a one word substitution question, and one word substitutions, always remember, they actually, you have to know the meanings of all of the words, basic as many words as you can read up and know their meaning, so that you can replace it. Having something more than required. Let's see the options. Surplus. So surplus, number 1 option, is our answer because it literally means the same. It's the same meaning. Surplus means having more than you need. Extra. Surplus means extra. Surrogate is something different. Surrogate are used where it means on your behalf, means not you but someone else doing your thing. Like a surrogate baby is given birth by someone else than their biological parents. Okay. Number 3 is surroundings. That is also not related. Surroundings means your environment, and surcharge means something else. Don't get confused between surcharge and surplus, because surcharge is related to money only. Okay, surcharge is related to money or tax. For example, extra tax or extra money which you have to pay is surcharge, but surplus is for things. Okay, number 5 is again an error detection question. So the sentence is, we must get this post sent as soon as possible. Okay, so apparently it seems all are correct, but here is the mistake because we don't use send. Send is the present tense of the word send. That will be sent. Get this sent. Okay, so our fourth option, send as, is the answer because here lies the error. It will be sent. We must get this post sent as soon as possible. Okay. Next is number 1. In the second slide, it starts with again an error detection. Okay, so the sentence is, Sita has Sita has no taste in classical dance. Okay, but apparently it seems everything is correct because there is no apparent mistake over here, but it still sounds something is not right. So in taste in classical dance is not correct. Taste of classical dance is the correct answer. She has no taste of, or if it was knack, it would be for. Knack for, liking for. A taste for might be also applicable for, of. Okay, both can be interchangeably used in this case, but at least not in. Okay, number 4 is our correct answer because here is the error. The next is an active passive voice question, right? Voices are also very important for your exams. Your sentence goes as the commander ordered his soldiers to move forward and attack the enemy camp. So, a comparatively longer sentence, but it's easy. As I have told you, there's a small trick of changing the voice, that is, first point out your subject and then your object. Here, commander is the subject, soldiers are the object, right? Soldiers is your object, but direct object, D.O, direct object. And this entire thing, this attack, enemy camps, these are all your indirect object. That we can temporarily ignore, but our position will be changed between soldier and commander. Commander ordered his soldiers, soldiers were commanded or ordered, anything. If yeah, right, ordered. So the first option goes as the commander ordered his soldiers to be moved forward. No, absolutely wrong, because our subject object are in the similar place, so we can't take this as an answer. Number 2 is the soldiers were ordered by their commander to move forward and attack the enemy camps. So this is absolutely correct. We shall actually take till here about the sentence just to get our answer correctly, because the rest of the part is just for the sake of completing it, right? To move forward is the infinitive complement, like the verb complement, right? So the object of the sentence, indirect object, and commander is here our direct object, just like commander was our subject in the original active sentence. So your basic technique of changing voice will be pointing out your subject, first the subject object, okay, that will be in your active sentence, it will become your object in the passive, the object of the active will become the subject of passive, and vice versa, right? Yes, so here I don't have much space till I manage to write very shortly. So if you're writing it down, write in your copy properly. Subject of active will be the object of passive, and this cross, okay, this will go as a cross. Subject here becomes the object there, and here the object becomes the subject. Right, number 3 is an idiom. Again, an idiom. So we get idioms a lot these days. An idiom is basically something which, a phrase that gets you more meaning, that means something more than verbal meaning, okay? The acid test. So throwing acid on someone's face, no, absolutely wrong. Number 2 is a critical situation or crisis, no. Number 3 is a fact or event or action, situation that proves something. Yes, an acid test means an important test that will prove something, right? The effectability in the what can we cite for an example? The effectiveness of this machine will be proved by the acid test. So not the literal test with acid, but it just means that a situation or an experiment or an event that will prove the effectiveness of something else. Okay, kitna labkari hai, or whatever it is trying to be, is it worthwhile or something or not? That acid, that is proven by an acid test, or that situation is called an acid test. Number 4 is a fill in the blank with the proper word. Okay, this is an adjective question. You have to, that is why you also have to study the various words, and this also is related to vocabs, because You have to know what kind of words are used in relation to what kind of words again. So research, this noun research, usually uses these kind of adjectives like pioneering research or path breaking research. These are the usual words that we use research with. So our sentence is, my cousin's study on the reading habits of school children across 3 states has been recognized as, let us explore our options. Negligent piece of a research? No. Negligent is something else. Negligent means when you don't know of something or when you ignore something. And habitually you ignore something. Negligent of your health. That kind. So, acha, then comes proud. No, proud is not related to research. Useless. Useless cannot be an answer over here. So, our answer will be number 4, that is pioneering. Pioneering means what? Leading. Pioneer means lead, the one who leads. A pioneering piece of research. That means a leading important research. Number 5 is an antonym, that is again an opposite word, mellow. Our word is mellow. Mellow means soft. Any fruit, we use this word mellow in relation to lemons, okay, or any soft fruit. So that is mellow. Number 1 is shiny. No. Medium. No. Hard. Yes. Soft is an antonym, is a synonym of mellow, so it can't be our answer. Our answer will be hard. When something is hard, that is obviously opposite to mellow. So that goes for an answer. And we are left with our last slide, that again starts with an idiom. That is a blind alley. And what does an alley mean? An alley means a lane, a blind lane or a blind alley. Now, as I've said, that it does not literally mean a blind lane. That means where there are some roads you see, they are dead ends, means you can't go forward to that. There is an end, particular end to that road. So it does not literally mean a blind alley. It means something else. So what does that mean? Number 1 option is a situation in which no further progress can be made, and that is our answer. Because what are the options here? A person who comes to meet occasionally? No. Number 3, taking first step after somebody's approach? Also no. And number 4, a state of deep thought? Also no. So our answer is a situation in which no further progress can be made. And why is it called the blind alley? Because in a blind path or a blind lane, what you can't do is move forward, because there is a permanent obstacle. Suppose a house, suppose something else, or it just finishes. So there is a block which you can't push and you can't move ahead of that. So here this moving ahead is being compared with progress, and when you can't make any more progress, so that's getting compared with a blind lane where you can't move forward. So that is a situation where you can't make more progress. So that explains itself. Our next is an antonym, again an opposite meaning word, of emerge. Emerge means what? To come out, to make yourself prominent. Emerging star or emerging politician, one who has just started their career, or they have started to come out, surface, make oneself see, is emerge. Announce, no, announce is not related to it. Appear, appear is a synonym of emerge. Number 3 is disappear, and disappear is our opposite answer of emerge, and that is our answer also. Surface is again a synonym of emerge, to make oneself see. If you don't appear, how will people see? So that is emerging. And disappearing means exactly the opposite, when people can't see you. So disappear, vanish. Number 3 is again a one word substitution, where what happens is suzerainty is having political control over a dash state. Now this is a verb basically an adjective or vocab question where you have to properly choose the right word. And here most of the options are very confusing. Number one is unified. No, unified state, having control over unified state is not sovereignty. Suzerainty. That can be something else. That can be a dictatorship or something. Democratic, no. Backward, no. But dependent state. So when this is a political thing, right? This is why you have to search for English words and vocabs, improving vocabs in every subject, because what happens is they take the sentences from political economic situations, what to see that if you become an official, how would you choose your words? So this is very important. Suzerainty is therefore what? Controlling a dependent state. So this is our answer. Okay, then number 4 is again a tense one, a tense question. So I guess now till 10 parts of our practice session, students can clearly see for themselves that tense, narration, and voice, these three are your basics of the grammar portion for SSC. Along with that, one word, synonym, antonym, idioms, and occasionally the proper supplying the proper word. And for those you have to increase your vocab knowledge and also know adjectives and verbs, proper adjectives, what kind of adjectives are used in which situations. Like, just this is number 3, an adjective question. What kind of state is capturing? What kind of state makes suzerainty? Is it unified? Is it democratic? Is it whatever? So all I want to say is, if you haven't watched those videos, do watch them, practice them regularly. And if you want, you can write from each practice session separately, tenses, voice, anything. So just go through the videos. Our sentence is, one evening when father was coming home, I played in the front garden. So this kind of a sentence is very important and critical also, I would say, because this is not according to our basic rule that always when one action interrupts, but if you have interrupts the second action, it will be in the past tense. In fact, now this rule has to be seen from the reversed effect. Why? Because here this father's coming is basically the interrupting action, isn't it? In spite of the fact that this is the first action in our sentence, I played is the second action, but this action is interrupting. Interrupting action. That is, father's coming is interrupting the previous action, and that is what? Playing. But you have to understand that in which situation, what was the timing of the action that was in a continuous state. That is why was playing is our answer. Because when the interrupting action comes to a second action, it interrupts. What will it interrupt? It will only interrupt an action that is going on, isn't it? It will only interrupt a live action, a progressive action. Otherwise it can't interrupt. If it cannot interrupt a totally past event. The interrupting action is itself in the live condition, and also whatever it is interrupting is here in the live condition, in the progressive condition. Whereas in our previous, it might be in the, yes. Yes, here I was sitting at home doing nothing when I had heard that song. So, what happened is here the second action, let me write over here, is the interrupting action, right? Always remember the interrupting action is in the past tense, but the interrupted action is the continuous tense because it is only getting interrupted because it is in the live, in the progressive condition, isn't it? There is logic behind English also. It is getting interrupted only because it is going on right now. So this guy, so this one here also was playing. I was playing when my father was coming back from home, was coming home from work. Was, and here they have decided to also put this in the past continuous to get students confused as to what they should use, because what you have learned is the second action is usually in the simple past tense, but no, there is no second and first action. There is interrupting and interrupted action. This is, there is a lot of difference. Interrupting means one who is interrupting. The interrupted action means one who is getting interrupted. And who is getting interrupted? Only a progressive action will be getting interrupted. Hence I was playing is your answer. Number five, our final thing is a one word substitution, right? A building where grain is kept or stored. So, what does it call where you store grains? And this is something which is related to knowledge. This is granary. Okay, granary comes from grains when where grains are stored. So, this comes to our end of the practice sessions. There will be a small our series of practice sessions, and again it will be resumed from maybe 2nd March or 1st March. And in the meantime we decided to give this a break to the students so that you can in the meantime watch the previous ones also and practice very nicely whatever we have been teaching and practicing for so long. And it's no point like building up videos and videos if they don't benefit our students. So there will be a small break of like 4 5 days where you won't get any new video. All you can do is just watch our previous videos of the topics and then come to our practice sessions, study and listen to the explanations and see which option we are getting correct or anything, because I've actually tried to explain each of our things, that why is it being the correct answer. So thank you students. We will meet after a break of few days, and then we will be coming back to our practice sessions again. Till then, goodbye, take care, keep studying, and do let us know if you want something else to be included and made a video upon. If you're sharing with your friends, that's also good, because together you will be able to learn and practice your previous year questions. So thank you.